Hi guys, it's Frankie from Frankie Tech. Good to see you guys again. And I have a quick hands-on with the phone. Shout out to noonoo for letting me get a hands-on of this device that I haven't before. It's none other than the Galaxy Z Flip 5. This one's been out for a while, guys, but this is the first time I'm really taking a look at this hardware. And having used the previous Z Flip series in the past, I gotta say the hardware is much improved on this generation. You have this full display kind of mode here, and I honestly think this is probably the first time, yeah, thickness is still an issue, but the first time because of the hinge system that we've seen a real advancement in terms of hardware with this model. Now, you guys know the specs of this device. It's been reviewed to death, but I really just wanted to give my impressions of it. Of course, we have the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. We have a 3.7-inch outer display and a 6.7-inch inner display. And if I'm mistaken with these, I think this one's 720p, this is Full HD Plus, and we have a solid set of cameras, 3,700 milliampere capacity, and we also have 12, is it, I think 12 gigs of RAM? No, 8 gigs of RAM with the 8 Gen 2, and we have the 12 megapixel main shooter here as well. But let's face it, guys, this is really just to share my impressions of the hardware because I don't want to jump into her phone too much here. And I think the hardware is a real step above, but the main thing here is the ecosystem question, guys. Look, iPhone 15 Pro Max is about to launch, and I saw a recent tweet mentioning, that the ecosystem for Samsung is really the best, one of the best out there now. I happen to agree. When it comes to Android, this is the iPhone equivalent. Google is making moves, but I think the ecosystem is what would keep a Samsung user using Samsung because of all the integration with, accessories, with, with the PC mode. What's that called again? It's been a while, guys, but I tell you, the ecosystem for Apple is the reason why I'm in the ecosystem and will stay there for now. But I always loved the hardware for Samsung. I think it's been taken over at this point by quite a few competitors, but you do have flex mode, you do have a lot of additional features, and let's talk about it. The hinge, that is very nice. That is a whole different experience, I would say, than previously where we had the gap. And that gap was there for so many generations. To finally not see that gap on this device is really great. But this is kind of what I'm talking about in terms of the ecosystem, is the accessories you get with a device like this. Let's look at that outer display real quick. That is very nice. And let's just go to a camera mode there. You can see. There I am. And how do we do this? Now, as you can see, I don't use this very often, but it is very cool that you have that much display available on this device. Now, I don't know what I feel about this kind of notch area, but look, I'm not going to be someone who's against notches. Look, the iPhone has a notch, and this kind of has a bit of a notch on the outside, but it's maximizing the display space, which I think is very cool. Now, talking about accessories, though, this is what makes, I think, Samsung really cool in terms of the user experience, because let's say you have one of these cases. This is one of the new cases for the Z Flip 5, and this, I think, is really awesome. So you have the other side of the case, and apparently there's a card in here, but there's like a QR, like some sort of an NFC chip. There's got to be some sort of way that this is interacting, because this card basically interacts with the phone like so. And the Flipsuit Case content then applies to the front. I mean, guys, I haven't been covering tech for a while, so this is the first time I'm seeing this, and I think that is very cool that you can get this Flipsuit cover and have it then display on the front. I think this is a great one. She made a great choice. And all in all, I think the ecosystem of Samsung in Android is still by far the strongest. I honestly am now just exclusively using iPhone because that's my job. I have a lot of work I need to do, and right now, I'm not carrying two phones around. I am wearing two watches, though. Oh, yeah, there it is. But the whole point is that in terms of the ecosystem, I do believe that Samsung is really number one. So this was a great choice for her to make, to pick up this phone. She's a big Flip user, and she loves it, and I happen to love them too. I think they're just more, how to say it? They are more consumer friendly foldables. And I think for the casual user, this is much more of a, I think, a useful phone on the daily that you can put in a clutch or a handbag and carry it around and not have it take as much space versus your Galaxy Z Fold 5, which is just massive and heavy. And at 187 grams, I want to say, yeah, at 187 grams, 6.9 millimeters in the unfolded position and around 15 millimeters in the folded. Yeah, they're still a bit thick, and they have been surpassed by the likes of the, Magic and the Mix Fold series in terms of thickness, but I think Samsung is still number one, and it's because of the ecosystem and because of these awesome features that are included for an experience of the Z Flip 5. But hit me up in the comments, guys. What are your thoughts on the Z Flip 5? Do you own one? And tell me what your experience has been like, because let's face it, I'm going to be picking up or trying to pick up the 15 Pro Max next year. But after playing with this hardware, I gotta say, Samsung has come a long way, and I can completely understand why she is using this Z Flip 5 as her main phone right now. Oh yeah. But hit me up in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. And that's it for this video. If you liked it, give me that thumbs up. And if you love the content of Frankie Tech, subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell icon for future updates. iPhone week next week, so it's going to be pretty much drowned out crazy times. I will be covering, hopefully, the live stream, but I will be also busy with work, guys. I have an auction launching on Tuesday. I'm in charge, along with my head of department, to launch that. But at the same time, I want to appreciate you guys, not on Frankie Tech, but on Frankie Watch, for watching the content of this incredible Blancpain Swatch 50 Fathoms, Scuba 50 Fathoms, which has over 30,000 views for my tiny watch channel in the span of 24 hours. It has been an amazing journey for Frankie Watch, and I gotta say, this watch is awesome. I'm loving it. I definitely am loving it. So once again, to all you guys who are in the Frankie Watch world, thanks once again for your support. But here from Frankie Tech, that's it. And this is where I leave you by saying, this is Frankie Tech signing off. Have a good one. Smiley. Is a smiley, noonoo? I'm smiling too. Very nice phone though. Very good pick. Oh yeah.